Hi guys, happy December and happy December daily. I am going to be doing my reason why page here for you today, and it is completely and 100% inspired by the amazing Nolana Lynch in her class Pockets of Fun at Big Picture Classes. So I had to give props to her because this idea is completely her idea. But I just kind of made some changes for myself, and I wanted to share how I did that here with you. So you'll see above, I have some of the little doodads that I'm going to be putting inside of my pockets. They range from wooden pieces to some die cuts to some see-through elements. I also have some phrase stickers that I adhered back to back, along with some other stickers that I adhered back to back as well. Just a whole bunch of different little goodies here and there. And I also have several different sequin mixes, and I made my own little mix with some seed beads and some sequins as well. So lots of different goodies here to get started. I'm going to be using my fuse tool in order to create the pockets that will hold all of these wonderful goodies. So let's get started with my process. I'm starting out with the 10 by 8 page protector with a dot marking the center because I am going to be using this plastic circle template to use the fuse tool to make a circle. Now I'm not putting anything inside of that circle, but I don't want all of the goodies from the other pockets to get inside of it. So I'll just go ahead and use this tool to kind of fuse that so it's sectioned off from all of the other parts. If you plan on doing something with the middle of your circle, you don't want to put a dot in the middle like I did. I used permanent marker. But if you do want to put a little dot, you could do regular marker and it will just rub right off. But for me, that wasn't necessary. And then I'll just go around here and you'll see that I'm just touching up the fuse section just a little bit to make sure that nothing is going to get inside of there. And if you're putting something inside, you want to make sure that nothing comes out of it. So you're going to want to just make sure that's good. Once I'm done, I will take off of my washi tape that I held that down with, and I'm going to put one line of fusing from the bottom of the circle to the bottom of the page protector. And this is where I'm going to begin my pockets. I'm going to start on the right-hand side, and I am going to put my goodies inside. So I have these kind of sectioned off. Little stickers here, put that one in. This is a banner sticker back to back. And then this is a circle cut out of patterned paper with the star in the middle. And then I'll pick out one of my sequin mixes, trying to keep them in a certain order. And this is the one I created myself with some seed beads and some sequins. I think there might also be some pieces of those clay peppermints in there. Once I get that all together in that one spot, I will take my little fuse ruler and I will make a diagonal line from the outside of the circle to the end of the page protector. Once again, you're going to be super careful to make sure that is sealed up nice and tight so it doesn't merge with the next pocket. Here's a wooden star, and then this is a phrase sticker, and then another sticker. Again, I'm putting these stickers back to back, just peeling them off of the page and then sticking them back to back so that there is something on the other side, and adding my sequins, a different colored mix here. And then I will take the fuse ruler and I will go straight out from the edge of the circle to the end of the page protector. So this is just repetitive, but let me tell you, boy, how much fun this was. I enjoyed this so much, just kind of putting all of these little goodies in the pockets and making sure everything was staying in place. And then, of course, you'll see here as I'm doing this, I'm just picking it up and shaking it every now and again because it's just fun to do. So then I'll go ahead and pick out another sequin mix, and I will add that into the next pocket. There are some big green sequins. I don't even know if you can call them sequins, but they're too large for me. So I'm taking them out and adding a little bit of the clay peppermints in there, moving things around and just trying to get the plastic to lay as flat as possible while I'm fusing this next section. And of course, we know those things are going to move around in there. They're going to go on top of each other. They're going to move in all different directions. Not a big deal, but again, making sure everything is inside that pocket. Now, once I do 3 on this side, I am then going to move over to the other side. I want to save the top 2 sections for last because once they're full, I'm going to have to fuse right across the top of this. So all you're going to see here is I'm continuing on to add different die cuts and different pieces into the pockets. And I'm thinking about how I want the sequins to be. And when I say that, I mean, I'm using 4 different mixes, and I want them to be separated enough from each other so that I don't have one mix right next to the other. So I'm kind of making them so that they're like opposite each other on the page. And this way it's not going to be like 2 mixes are right next to each other. Now, honestly, I don't think most people would even realize that, but I do. So I'm definitely careful about that. So the rest of this is just filling all of the pockets and making decisions about what I'm putting in each of the pockets and just kind of going through the same process for each of these different sections here. You'll see here that I overfilled the one pocket, so I ended up having to scoop some out and make it a little less bulky. So you want to be careful. I did not pre-plan the amount that I was going to put in each pocket. It was just random, right? Just making sure that as you're sprinkling them in, that you're just opening the page protector and putting them inside. So once I get to the top here, I put my straight line from the circle up to the top of the page protector. I'm now filling my last pocket, and then I will go ahead and I am going to grab my plastic ruler. And I did this because it was long and I wanted to just kind of fuse the whole top in one swoop. So I did not use the ruler that came along with the fuse. I used a plastic one. Metal probably would have been best, but I didn't have that at hand. So I just used this plastic one. It worked perfectly fine. So there it is, shaking it up, making sure everything's okay. And let's take a look at how everything turned out in the end. Here is the page inside of my album. I used a piece of felt to be the base for my journaling. It's just regular green felt. Probably better to use the premium felt, which is a little harder, easier to cut, but I was able to cut this into a 4.5-inch circle. And then I have my journaling on top. You can't see it in my photos, but I did some red foiling around the outside. And then I added my journaling with some sticker paper, which is easier for me these days rather than running everything through my printer. Here's a close-up of my journaling in case you're interested in reading that. And then last but not least, the back side of this page where I used some patterned paper and then a circle that has some red foil on it, and then a chipboard piece to top it off. So there's my reason why, and there's how it came together. Thank you, Nolana, for the inspiration. You guys should definitely go ahead and check out her class on Big Picture Classes. If you have any questions about what I did here today, please feel free to reach out to me here or on Instagram at Deneen2. Thank you all for playing along with me today, and we will see you in the next video.